George, it is so great to have you back on the program and out of prison. How has prison changed you?
Prison was rough. 41 days in a special housing unit known as a SHU in isolated confinement was not something I thought would happen. That's when you really take a lot into perspective, and it's a very sobering moment. And I got to tell you, I'm looking back and hearing clips of me just literally 3 months ago prior to going to prison. And I can tell you, I was intoxicated by a poison called hate that when you let fester inside of your soul, it can lead you to absolutely chaos. Now, to you as a former colleague of mine, and we worked together in Congress, and I say this to everybody, I'm sorry for my past transgressions. And I have a complete new mission and outlook in life for the future, thanks to President Trump. I mean, without him today, I'd probably be sitting still in Camp Sheridan over there at the FCI Sheridan under the gazeful eyes of the awful Warden Kelly. But today I'm home. I'm with my family. As you can see, my macaws are behind me. I mean, it's you just, there's no money in life that can pay for this. This is what wealth looks like, being home with your family and your loved ones around you. And I got to say, thank you to President Trump and to all those involved who worked tirelessly. And I know you're amongst them, Matt. So I just want to say thank you for that. And the future now holds is it's all about, for me, reform. It's going to be an immense amount of work on prison reform, on helping troubled youth, because I can tell them by firsthand experience, you don't want to go to prison. It is not worth it.
I'm dying to ask what the names of the macaws are, but you mentioned something that I think a lot of people didn't know. You spent a good percentage of your time incarcerated in solitary confinement because the FBI was investigating a plot to have you murdered in prison. And I know that having worked with your lawyer on the matter. So how did you learn of this alleged assassination plot directed at you?
Well, this is a plot that had been already investigated in 2023 when I was in the House by Capitol Police, found out to be credible, and it resurfaced. And my attorney, Joe Murray, didn't know about it. And to his credit, he did the right thing. He reported it. In his mind and everyone's mind is the warden would make protective measures, but instead she just applied disciplinary measures and called it protective custody and put me in SHU. I spent nearly half of my time in prison in solitary confinement, 41 days out of 84. And solitary confinement at the hands of Warden Kelly at FCI Sheridan is 3 baths a day, 1 call every 30 days with your loved ones, visitations, one visitation every 30 days while you're full in shackles. You have no access to real hygiene. You have no access to clean clothes. What they call clean clothes is recycled underwears that we all just share and is thrown into a washing machine.
Were you in shackles, George? Did they put you in shackles?
They actually put me in shackles with a chain on my belly, with my actual wrists tied to that chain to them, and my feet. It was something I never thought I'd experience. I mean, that's what you usually reserve for violent individuals, and they gave me the full works.
You were in for OnlyFans and Hermes purchases to like members of the House Steering Committee. Shackles seem like a bit much. I do have to ask this though, were there any good moments? Did you make any friends? Were there any ways you were able to tend to your mental health in a positive way?
So my mental health was actually essentially obliterated. Under this facility did not even keep me on medication that I've been on my whole life, like Vyvanse and some other mental health medication that really helped me with my ADD and whatnot. So to say that they're incompetent is an understatement under the gazeful eyes of this woman. But to tell you that my biggest struggle was mental health would be an understatement. It was my only struggle, really. I had no physical harm threatened against me. My biggest threat was the treatment I received while in solitary confinement. And I think that speaks volumes, because if they can do it to me, somebody with a platform, a former public figure with relationships that spent from the House of Representatives all the way to the White House, if she's comfortable doing this with me, can you imagine what she's doing with other minority people who are under her custody that don't have that same opportunity? So this is why I want to take this and do something with it for the good, for the positive, to help people.